This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, Flyers fans, and welcome to Peter's Power Play. Every week here on YouTube, make sure to follow us on Twitter, like, and subscribe. Or you don't have to, obviously. Today we're going to be doing draft prospects. Uh, draft prospects. I wrote down notes on them on 4 prospects that I think I would like to see the Flyers get. There's one guy I reviewed. I'll tell you more about that when we get to him. I did it more so if we move up in the draft and the guy who we wanted isn't there, but he's still there, just so I can look at outlandish things and not art. And we also went over and also we're going to be going over all the trade rumors that happened. Obviously still happening this week and over the weekend. So let's get straight into the first draft prospect I reviewed. And this is no order on how I like them or whatever. I have my own list in my head. It's not like a set thing. Um, First one's Matvey Michkov, the Russian prospect right winger. He's 5'10", 172 pounds, left-handed. He had 20 points in 30 games in the KHL. People are comparing him to Ovechkin. Now, there's been rumors about us trying to move up to get Matvey Mishkov. Obviously, he's the guy that I was talking about when moving up, but that's not the unrealistic guy, obviously. But you know, the cat. See, I feel like if it's not going to be like I've heard a lot that Washington wants him too. A lot of teams want him. I'm not sure, and he's not going to go past us though. So if Washington's going to want him, they're going to have to jump us somehow. And I don't know how the Habs feel about Mitchkov. Nobody really knows about the Habs. I think the Habs want to do something so they can be more win now. I've heard from Friedman, I've heard stuff that they might want a new defenseman or whatever. Say the draft picks to do so. So I have no idea what they're gonna do at 5. Nobody does, and it's weird because Mitchkov has all of a sudden been associated with the Flyers at number 7. Anyhow, he's not the best skater in this draft. Sorry, go. He's not the best skater in this draft, no way. But he gets the job done. He's not really a fast guy. He's more of a power skater. From at least what I saw, I could be completely wrong, but like I scouted this dude. He's not really fast skater. I see a lot of power in his game, and especially skating. He uses his power a lot, even though he's height wise, he's a little smaller guy, and even weight wise, he's only 172. But he uses his body, what he has, to his advantage. Unlike most guys don't really do that. Try to be a little too fancy. Try to be more like the top guys in this draft, like Fantilli or Bedard or Will Smith, even. And one of the best things I saw from him, he's a top shooter in the draft. He shoots through traffic very well. It's almost like if there's traffic in front, he doesn't really care. He's going to shoot. And more than likely, he's going to score. He can shoot through traffic. He's a great player. Crashes the net. The only reason I see him, obviously the Russia thing's a little shaky with him and everything, but he's over in the U.S. He's taking meetings with the Flyers requested a meeting with him. So, you never know. I have a little more on him. He can shoot through traffic. He's a fast shoot. He has a fast shot. He has a fast shot. He's a great playmaker slash passer. Great at that. Great offensive player all around. He can shoot, pass. He makes the people around him better for sure. He has great puck control, but the things he lacks is defense. He lacks a little bit on defense, but like you can't like the reason I think that you have to kind of look past that is for how bad for like how good he is on offense. It's kind of like okay, yeah, you can just try to teach him a little more how to be better on defense. Because he's I Of course, I didn't put the ages of the guys down because I'm, just dumb like that. But he's young enough, I think, where you can teach him defense, put him in the minors for a year or two or whatever, and you can teach him, or he could be NHL ready right now, and they can just develop his D. Then he's a right winner though. He's not a defenseman, so it doesn't really. He's a great two-way player. He's a great offensive player with some of the best IQ I've ever seen. He has a high IQ for this game. He's a great player, no matter what the situation is with him coming over to the U.S. and whatever, and Russia and all that. No matter what, he's been comped with Ovi, so that's always a good sign, obviously. When you're being comped with one of the greatest players to ever play the game, that's a good sign. He's a great shooter. He has everything you would want in an offensive player. It's just he lacks a little bit on D. That's his only really, bad spot I've discovered right now. Obviously, I don't know the guy personally. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't know him personally. I don't know what you know his personality's like. I don't know what his work ethic's like. He competes his ass off when he's out there. He competes. From what I've seen, he competes. He can play offense at a very high level. He tries to get back there. He has good puck control for what I thought he would have coming into scouting him. He's a great player, and I would love for the Flyers to get him. Now, potentially my favorite prospect I've scouted. He's on either one or two on my list, on my wish list. Is Ryan Leonard. He's a right winner. He's 6', 190 pounds, right-handed. He had 76 points in 49 games with the U.S. United States National Development Program. He was great. He was part of that Perel, Smith, and him. That line was great. He was a solid part of that. He was an important part of that. He's a very important part of that line. He makes, he's a fast skater. He's a determined, powerful, strong. He can play. I've heard at least, and I saw. I feel like the way he plays, he could play really any 1 through 3 on the ice. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I see a lot of like, okay, yeah, he can play center as well. He might be able to play left wing. He's a right winger, and I think he's good enough where he can adapt on left wing with the hands and everything. I know that's weird. I feel like he's a good enough player to do that. Same thing with center. Center, I think he could dominate at center, even if you wanted to put him there. He's a determined, strong player. He has a great, fast, lightning shot. He's not a fancy passer, but he's a great passer. But he doesn't do all the fancy, drop, one-handed, whatever. He doesn't do the behind the back, through the legs passes. He just does, the right play. He's a great passer. He makes the players around him better. He's an accurate passer. Great offensive guy. From what I've seen, he's made players around him 10 times better. He made Smith 10 times better and Pearl 10 times better. Not say they're not great players, but he definitely helped them being that magnitude of players. He's a good player. He makes players around him better, and I think that's exactly what the Flyers, are looking for. They're looking for a good offensive player that makes players better, that are strong and willing to compete. They got that in Cutter last year, and I was doubtful of that last year, Cutter, and then seeing him play at Boston College one more year, having the year he did, I loved seeing what he had in him. So I think I see a lot of Ryan Leonard and Cutter. I think go hand in hand. From what I've seen from Cutter and Ryan Leonard, like just comparing them, I'm like two very good prospects, two guys that have similar skill sets. Although I think Cutter's a little bit better at shooting, and he's probably a better offensive player. But another thing, he has good hands, really. He has good hands. He's not like a fancy guy. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do the extra. He does the necessary thing. I love his game. I love his game. I love scouting him and watching others and see what they thought. Just because I do that with everyone, just make sure I don't sound like an idiot. I scout my own. I give my own opinion on the guys. I love Ryan Leonard's game. I love watching him play. I loved watching him with the puck. I loved watching him pass. I loved watching him do everything. He's all right on D. He's not the greatest, but he's a strong, aggressive, gritty competitor. He cares. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna give it his all every single game, every night, no matter what night it is. As long as he's playing, he's gonna care. He's gonna care. He's gonna give it. Give a shit. He's gonna care. And the only downfall I've seen is sometimes he watches the puck too much and doesn't go aggressive on the puck. But I think that's like even then he's young enough where you can put him in the minors and do that or learn in there. I mean that's like a little thing. Doesn't mean he's bad on defense. He's a decent defensive player. He's not the greatest defensive player. But it's like whatever. That's the thing you can teach. You can't teach the offense Mitch Colvin and Ryan Leonard have. You can't teach that to anyone else that doesn't already have it. You can teach the defense they're lacking. Especially Ryan Leonard's lacking watching the puck. Just tell him, go in the corner. Like that's something you can teach very easily. I love watching Ryan Leonard. I did. I loved scouting him. I loved writing notes. I loved with my AirPods, and loved watching him shoot the puck. Obviously, great player. Some people, can take it or leave it with him, but me, it's like, for me, it's like he's a great player. He's too good of a player to pass up on. I think so. Really, if Mitch Call's not there and he's there at 7, if the board says, oh, Mitch Call at whatever pick he goes, cross that boy out, and Ryan Leonard's there, take him. You take him. Ryan Leonard's there, you take him 100%. Anyhow, now at number 3, the third prospect I scouted was a kid by the name of Zach Benson. He's a left winger, 5'9", 160 pounds. He's a lefty. He scored 98 points in 68 games in the WHL. Our edges are good. Needs improvement on overall skating. That's what I saw. I don't love his game. From what I saw, I didn't love scouting him. I didn't love him as a player. I really didn't. I didn't love it. I didn't love particularly one part of his game. I didn't like it really much about his game. All this hype about him. I just don't think, he's that good. Some more notes. He has open. He has an alright shot, but he opens up lanes for himself. He's a smart player, creates space for teammates, but doesn't necessarily make teammates better around him. He kind of makes them look better, but doesn't make them better players, like Ryan Leonard and Mitch Colville do. Like he's not as tough as Mitch Colvin and Leonard. I don't really love Zach Benson's game. Zach Benson, if you're watching, it's nothing personal. I just didn't really love watching it. I like the other 2 players before this better. He has good IQ, but I feel like he's always moving, which is great. But the things I did not like was his skating. I didn't love his defense. I didn't love, and I don't love his size. I know. Let me check. Hold on. I know Mitch Colvin's 5'10" and Ryan Leonard's 6, and they're not much different height wise. But like I'd rather a 5'10" offensive beast that can do it all like Mitch Colvin, or a 6-foot guy beast that's strong, gritty, and competes over a guy 5'9", 160 who's not really that good. I didn't love watching. Not a great defender. He doesn't use his body well. He has good IQ and a decent shot. He makes space for himself. But he doesn't always score all those chances. Like unlike Mitch Colvin and Leonard. I like Leonard and Mitch Colvin way better than him, and I could get ripped for that in the comments. If I do, then oh well. Just my opinion. I didn't love scouting Zach Benson. I didn't love watching him. Honestly, I didn't love his game. Didn't love his offensive game as much as I thought I was gonna. I didn't think I did not like watching him on the defensive side of the zone. I didn't love much about watching Zach Benson. I thought he was a defenseman. The way he was shooting the puck, like he was not a very good player. I did not like watching him that much. I did not enjoy it. And yeah, I Really didn't love Zach Benson, and all these people and all these mock drafts are saying we might take him. People want him. I don't. I'd rather Ryan Leonard over Zach Benson, 100%. Did not love Zach Benson. Only reason I scouted him, I never liked his game, so I wasn't really gonna scout him so I could fit in a different guy like a Leo Carlson or whoever else. But I figured scout him a little more. Maybe you'll see what you didn't see. Maybe you're just like whatever, drafts in a while. But same thing. I didn't like him. I didn't like what I see, particularly on both sides of the puck. I'm fine with his offensive game. He has a good IQ. That's the only thing that really stands out to me about him is he has an insane IQ, but that's really it. That's enough said about Zach Benson. I don't love him. I don't love him. I wouldn't love if the Flyers picked him. Anyway, the fourth and final guy I scouted was a little bit outlandish, just in case we moved up really high, or we moved up and Mishkov wasn't there and were forced to take someone else, which I would be fine with if this guy Will Smith is on the board. He's a center. He's 6 foot, 178 pounds, 104 points in 52 games with obviously the U.S. National Development Program. He's a pretty good skater, top prospect in my opinion. In any other draft, he'd be like next year's draft. He'd be the number one consensus number one overall pick next year. 100% if he was in but Bedard and Fantilli in this draft, and Mishkov and all these other guys are preventing him from that this year. Anyway, I great IQ, great hands, great shot, great offensive game. He's decent on defense. I loved what I saw from him. He's a great prospect, top prospect. I don't expect the Flyers to get him at 7. I don't expect them to move up much. I don't expect them to move up enough to get him. Just because I don't think that's possible. I think he's going 3. I think he's going number 3 or 4. So, I scouted him just in case we moved up. I had one crazy scenario in here. I didn't know what could have happened. I heard the rumors at 4 or 5. I was like, okay, let me scout this dude. It would be fun to watch his game. Let's scout him in case we move up and Mishkov's already gone and we have to take him. Let's see. I haven't really looked at him much. I knew he was a great player coming in, and holy crap, he is a great player. I loved all the guys I saw except for Zach Benson. I did not love Zach Benson. I loved watching Will Smith as well. Don't expect the Flyers to get him. Really don't. I don't. Just because, ow. Just because I don't see it. I don't see a world where they trade up for him. I did it just in case they get lucky and they are able to. Fine by me if they're able to. But if not, not. It's fine. But overall, my favorite prospect was Ryan Leonard. I loved Ryan Leonard. I loved everything about him. I didn't I liked what I saw on the defense side. I loved his offensive game. Great player. Great shot. Makes the players around him better. Strong, gritty competitor. Or Mitchkov. Either one. Those are 1A, 1B for me. For the Flyers. Either one of those two would be a home run pick for me. And Zach Benson's like, whatever. If Leonard and Mishkov aren't there, then yes. Okay, fine. Zach Benson, fine. That's fine. If any of the other 3 players I scouted aren't there, Will Smith's not there, Ryan Leonard's not there, and Mishkov isn't there, then fine. That's fine. Then pick Zach Benson, or if Leo Carlson's there, pick those guys. But if Ryan Leonard or Mishkov or Will Smith is there at 7 or 5 or wherever you move up to, pick one of them. Take your choice. Anyway, going on to the trade rumors that happened. This might be a shorter episode. I only scouted 4 guys. I didn't want to, do too much, make this too long of an episode. I just want a quick little draft episode with some trade rumors and my thoughts on the new uniforms and all that. There's not much going on with the Flyers as of now. Let's just quickly check Twitter just to make sure. Hold on. I'm just checking See if any Flyers news came out. Something came out, new rumor or whatever. I would love to talk about it. I don't know. I loved what Danny Briere has come in here and do though. He's come in here and you know a lot of people are saying they love what they did. Oh, the Leafs and the Jets are among the teams that have spoken to the Flyers about Travis Sanheim. Wow. Okay, let's talk about trade rumors. All right. Well, we obviously just brought in a whole new trade rumor and trades that fall apart and whatever. Sanheim might be on the move. I would love to see him on the move just because his contract's bad. I never really loved this game. And don't blame me for this. It's fine. His contract's not the best. I don't really love what I see from him day in and day out. Yeah, I would love to see him shipped off for something. I thought, he was going to be gone by now. I'm not saying I would. If he came back next year, I wouldn't be angry. I'd be like, okay, yeah, fun, nice. But I would love for them to try to ship off all the bad contracts whatever way they can. If they can move all the bad contracts, Dan Briere can do what he said he's gonna do, and come in here like I think he's doing. This is what I love about what he's doing. I love the fact that he is coming here saying you're not, no one's safe. I could trade all of you tomorrow for all new players. I love it. He's coming here with a plan, being aggressive, making sure the players are like, okay, I gotta play well, or I could be out of here. No matter how young I am, no matter how good I am, Cutter's the only guy that's untouchable for us. Apparently, according to reports, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I love Carter Hart. I love Travis Konecny. I love those guys. But we're in a rebuild. We need picks. We need future stuff. We need all the things. We need all the things. We need all the things a rebuilding team needs. And I get a goalie's part of that, but if you can get a bunch of first and a decent player for Hart, like I think you can, I love Carter Hart. He's my idol. He's why I play goalie. He's why I wear 79. I love him. But he's valuable. He's never going to be more valuable now than he is ever. Anyway, he's just got traded today to the Blues for a 6-rounder. Flyers retain 50% of Hayes' contract salary. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. I wish they could have gotten something else. If there was nothing else on the table, then fine. A 6-round pick's not bad. I just don't love how much money we're retaining. I don't love that at all. It's just annoying how much salary we're retaining from that contract. It kind of feels like that's the only reason, we're getting rid of him, except for the fact that Tortorella doesn't want him here anymore, which is beyond me. Beyond me, but whatever. It's beyond me. I don't know why Tortorella wouldn't want him here. I don't know why Torch wouldn't want him back. He's a great player, veteran presence. A rebuilding young team. Well, not exactly young. Rebuilding team. I don't know why their relationship fell apart like it did, and it has. I don't know why. I don't know what the case with that is. That's a story to be told for another day. Totally bullshit. Remember a year ago, Chuck Fletcher was still the GM. We were all hyped about Johnny Gaudreau, whatever. Afterward, trade for Tony DeAngelo. Do you remember what team that was? The Carolina Hurricanes. That was the right answer. We traded away picks and all that away for him. I was fine with it. I loved it. Good shooter. I thought at the time. Watching, I didn't love him. To D'Angelo, once in the Carolina Hurricanes. Sorry, I almost said Panthers. NFL. Sorry, NFL. Carolina Hurricanes won it back. The deal is Tony D'Angelo back to the Hurricanes and the Flyers more than likely just getting a prospect. Just more than likely only getting a prospect. You know, sorry, that was don't know what to do with my hands usually. Flyers usually get a prospect. It has been held up by the NHL, and they'll revisit this July 7th. I think they said if this is something the Flyers and Hurricanes still would like to do. If that's still something they would like to do, then yeah, they'll probably let it go. I've heard about that. That's what I've heard on it. I've heard other people say tomorrow they're gonna revisit it with the NHL. Whatever. I love Danny Briere. I love what he's doing. Next is Flyers, Blues, Hayes, Sanheim, and potentially more for Krug. Their first round pick deal seems to have fallen apart for good. Many Flyers try to recruit Krug to waive no trade clause. Torrey Krug would refuse to play in Philadelphia. He did not waive no trade clause. The reason why that deal fell apart. Now he is part of the Blues on a separate deal, not part of that big blockbuster deal that everyone was saying that was going to be. Cam Atkinson was among the multiple Flyers to try to recruit him to Philly. He definitely changed his mind. Nothing was gonna change his mind. Apparently, that deal is now sailed. That ship has sailed, especially with hold on, especially with Hayes going to Blues on a separate deal. That ship has sailed. They're done with that. And the last but not least, before I react to the jerseys, the Flyers looking to move up from Michkov to either 4 or 5 of the potential package of 7, 22, and more. I want to hate to see them move up to get Michkov. Obviously, I just went over Michkov a little while ago, a few minutes ago, or however long it was. I love him. He's a great prospect. I don't care about the risks. If he's there, take him. Those crooked. I don't know. Anyway, I would love to see him in a Flyers uniform. Love it. I would love it. Perfect fit, I think. Us and Mishkov would be a perfect fit. Same with Ryan Leonard. I would love either one of those guys, and I wouldn't mind seeing them trade 7 and 22. I wouldn't mind it, Yeah. Now we will be reacting to the jerseys. Went over everything else before we wrap up the show really quickly. Reacting to the Flyers' new uniforms. Hold on, I'm pulling a picture up. Sorry, I should have prepared this. Alright, ready? You're about to see them. Alright, here they are. There's the jerseys. There they are. I love the white ones. The white ones are clean with the orange shoulders, the white. I like the orange. I like the new color. I feel like they could have added the orange stripe here and here, like the actual 90s. I hate this third jersey, the black and orange one. I have it. I like the jersey overall. They use it too much. They use it too much. They missed a big opportunity with the other 90s jersey, which I will show you right here. Look at the white jerseys. Home Farabee obviously rocking it. Tippett in the home. I don't know why the black font, but that's fine. And obviously I like the white orange. Whatever, but hold on, let me show you the Oh, did you guys not see that? Hold on, let me share that. Let me break the let me break Let's break this down. All right. Here's a white jersey. Obviously, I already said I like the orange shoulders and the um the white and all that. The home, I like it. Tippett obviously rocking it, as I said. 23 font. Gloves look sick. Everything looks good. Obviously, more away jerseys. I love that. White font looks clean. Let's see. It's a bunch of stupid. Anyway, let's see. Hold on. Not that. Let's try to find the right one I'm talking about. This one. This black with the white with the orange stripe. This is a great jersey. 10 out of 10 jersey. And instead, look what they used. A jersey they already have. Might as well just, have left it, not even had a third jersey. So that was our third jersey. It's not nothing new. Instead of doing this sick jersey that everyone has, my dad has this jersey. My dad loves this jersey. Sick jersey. Lindros is iconic in it. Why wouldn't you bring it back? Everyone loves it. And yeah, like why wouldn't you have done that? Why wouldn't you have brought this sick jersey back? Awesome. See what I mean about the orange, thing around it? I like that. I don't know why they didn't bring that back. So, I like the jerseys and everything. Look who's, if you would have saw, Samheim, Tippett, and I want to say, let me look, hold on. Who was his name? Steeler, I think. Look who is modeling the jerseys. Something's happening. They're cooking up something. Otherwise, it would have been Hart, Konepke, and maybe even just keep Sanheim or Tippett. It's weird who's modeling the jerseys. Not trying to uncode something. Oh, uncoding. Whoa. They're doing something. They're cooking something. I don't know, but it's definitely interesting why they want to have those guys, those big names, on your team modeling them instead of whatever else. Hopefully they look good on the ice, and I hopefully like them more in person when I get one. Because I obviously have like a million jerseys in my closet and everything. I love what they're doing with the jerseys. I love what Danny Briere is doing with the team, and I love what I'm doing with this podcast. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. You can find this on YouTube. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're watching it on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter, Triple P Pod, and my personal Peter Nachio1. You can engage with me at pdnaticcchione@gmail.com. I'll probably just spell it out in the link below, in the description below. And make sure to follow Twitter so you know when the latest video comes out. Have a good day. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Hopefully we do something good with the draft. Maybe we trade up. Maybe I'll react to it that day. Maybe I'll go live. You never know. Thank you for watching. Go Flyers.